Okay, we're on. We're back. We're doing it, of course. We're here with Marianne,
Hi, guys.
the best.
Alex.
And James is here with a book. Thank you, James. Oh, my
James
dad's here.
Larry.
I mean, we weren't late. We were just sitting here talking. So I
Wow.
guess we were late. I was late clicking the button. But, sometimes you have to talk.
It was my fault. I'll take the blame.
No, it's okay. I did have to get up and get a box. So that was my fault. We are here, of course, with a reading update. We're going to talk about what we've read since our last show where we talked about our reading.
Yes.
What we've read recently. Maybe it's a lot, maybe it's not a lot. What we're currently reading. We're going to talk about what we plan. Sorry, I was very distracted by Stephanie popped in the chat. Hi, Mary. Hi, Beav. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for being here. Love that. What we're hoping to read before the end of the year. I think that's a big thing too, right? Which I feel like we've talked about a little bit, but I'm trying to be realistic.
Well, first off, we had high hopes for today's show.
We really
even
did.
To the point where, like I said, I left you that voice memo last night. I'm like, I love how we're both like, it's better if we do a show on Saturday because that leaves Friday night just completely open for reading. We'll get so much more reading done. Reading, what was I even saying? I was lying to myself, really.
I was too, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna read like all this manga and all these I'm gonna get multiple things." Did I finish anything last night? Absolutely not. No.
You know what I finished? Dinner. That's what I finished last night.
Same, and it was delicious.
Yes,
but that's it.
That's it. And then I even started to lie last night's. I'm like, oh, it's not till 1:00 my time. Like, I'll read in the morning. Nope, didn't happen.
You know what? I thought the same thing, and I did not. You know what I did? I ate lunch. Mm-hmm. An early lunch. I watched YouTube while I ate, and then I got my books together for this.
That's it.
That's all I did. But we also have a little bit of a book haul, and by a little bit, I mean I'm looking at my stack, and I'm like, that's a little bit more than a little bit.
Oh, really?
Whoops. Well, I told you, I did order from Book Outlet. They had a Black Friday sale that was quite discounted. It's been I have a love-hate relationship with Book Outlet. I don't know who knows that or doesn't. I know you know that.
I know it. I feel it. I've lived it. It's at the point now when I order from them. I mean, listen, we still order, so I don't know who the fool is, but part of the fun now is like, will my books arrive safely? Will they be banged up? How many holes will be in the box? And the fun part is I know I'm going to send you all the pictures. So it's turned into this weird thing that happens with them, but we've turned it into a fun game or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And what's funny is I looked at my order history though, right? So I placed a significant order for Black Friday. I got some presents in there for people who may or may not be watching, so I can't say anything. I got a ton of things for me, and I got some for Reed. And there's still one out in the mail, by the way, for Reed. And they're like 2 big art books. Oh, and we're scared.
2 separate orders so that it wouldn't interfere with the other books, right?
Yes, except they still shipped them out willy-nilly. So I placed an order for 3 art books for him.
Right.
And they split them in 2. And they put his with another order. It was weird. And I'm like, all right, well, this didn't even work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was a good plan, though.
Yeah, well, I tried, but we will get to that and how safe it didn't arrive.
But wait, you said that there are presents in there for somebody who might be watching. Did you get Stephanie a bunch of comic books and graphic novels?
You know what, Stephanie, if I did that, what would you do? Would you be like, I'm absolutely not touching these?
Right. Is she the kind of... Yeah, is she the kind of friend that would be like, oh, thank you? Or would she say why the hell did you buy me this stuff?
I've never done it. So Stephanie and I have been friends now for many years. We met in college, and she's a lovely, great friend. But I've never actually sent her any comic book. She knows. I guess it's not quite true. I did send her one of Reed's books, his first book, Hardcore Anxiety, which I think she flipped through, and I'll take that.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
I would be shocked. But I actually would read them. Okay.
All right.
Here's the thing. I feel like if I sent Stephanie a Tilly Walden book,
okay,
she may be interested in that.
Okay.
right? Because they're so good. And that's one of those things for someone who's like super not into comics.
Hmm.
They may not know that world exists. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Where
People,
these
yep.
kind of stories exist.
It's frustrating, right? How many times I think, like, how many times have we tried to explain? Like, people just think graphic novels are two things. Some people actually, I had a friend ask me, like some people think it's like a dirty thing too when they hear graphic, like dirty or violent because they hear graphic.
Yeah.
They like take it quite, like graphic violence.
That's weird. Yeah.
I know, but I've had and you can kind of, if you just watch people's faces, you could tell they don't understand, like, or they think we're like straight up constantly reading Superman and like Wonder Woman, which fine if that's your thing. And I mean, I like some of it, but like that, I think that's all people think that it is. And
absolutely.
Or like tiring trying to explain it.
Yeah. And it reminds me of, I know I've told you this story. I think I said it on the last show I did with Jess too, but like I was reading manga one day at my desk at work on my lunch break. And it was 20th Century Boys, which is about a big cult taking over the world. There's a lot of murder and stuff. It's not for the faint of heart, right? And I'm reading that. It's black and white comics. And a woman who works with me comes up. She's like, she says hi. And she's like, what are you reading? And then I'm like, oh, boy. She's, I think she just turned 70, right? She's older. Yeah. She's lovely. She's great. But like, she's very nice. And I'm just like, oh no, how am I going to explain this to her? Like, there's no way she's going to understand what I'm reading. So I kind of tilted so she can see the pictures. And I was like, oh, and I was about to say something. And she was like, oh, funny books. She's like, I used to read funny books. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, sometimes we just need to laugh, don't we? And I was like, yeah, totally. And she walks away and I'm just like, someone just got murdered on the previous page. I'm definitely not laughing at this book. But that's a common perception, right? Like, I feel like my grandparents probably think something similar,
Right. Well, that's, I think you handled that perfectly. I would have done the same thing. Like, where would that conversation have gone if you were like, well, actually,
I know, right? I certainly would have been like, well, there's a cult. And
then she would be like, oh my goodness,
Yeah. Like, why would you read that?
My mom is, 100% Japanese. So like, even when I tell her, like, she loves that I read manga, but even for her, she's like, she'll say like, oh, I used to read that when I was a kid all the time, but the manga was different then than it is now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's cool that she gets it sort of, but even for her, like, it's an interesting conversation. So
for sure. My dad is saying the Bam Zhao crap from the 60s Batman TV show really did some lasting damage to the comic book medium, and I realize that's an unpopular opinion. That's fair, though. I think that's stuck in a lot of people's minds, too, of like, oh, they're all cheesy, cheesy superhero stuff.
I didn't really enjoy that, like watching those reruns growing up. I mean,
yeah,
but I think that's spot on. Yeah.
I did miss the Partworks Comics reader saying jumping into Ewing's Defenders tonight, but want to clear the unread 2000 AD from the reading stack. Stalled on my Bendis Iron Man read through. Need a few more volumes for jumping back into Humans. Okay, awesome. Yeah, everybody, if you're reading something, tell us about it. We want to know for sure. Went retailer package on Saucer Country, so 3 signed copies coming.
Nice,
awesome. On a for me, gift for a friend and a workmate, and taking one about. That's awesome.
Yeah, listen, if I like that whole like one for me, one for you, one, that's the way to do it. Doing all this holiday shopping, get a little treat for yourself.
You have to, right? Well, speaking of what we've read, I'm just going to jump into it because I got to say, in my mind, I was like, oh, yeah, I've read a ton since that last show. Girl, what am I thinking? No, I haven't. Not really.
We're all accepting here.
I do have a stack of trades. However, anyone who may have watched my show with Joe Guz already knows what I've read, right? And of course, I'm like putting them in order. Not that I need to, but it was the end of Giant Days. So I read let's see, 3, 4, 5 Giant Days trades. That ended the series. This is a reread for me. They're quick, fun reads. And I had a joy and a blast. And this one especially, extra credit. It has a lot of holiday issues in it.
Right.
There's some what if stories, some it was super fun and great for the time. So I'm happy I reread this. I look forward to getting my hardcovers next year from the Kickstarter.
Nice.
And then I'll be like, why do I have all these trades? Who am I going to send them to? Stephanie, do you want some? She'll be like, there's too many there.
You know, it's funny. You're like, oh, I didn't read that much. That's good. That's a good amount.
It is a good amount, but it's just one thing. So it's like, okay, this is what I have to, show for it. I do have stuff I'm currently reading, which I'll get to, but yeah, I did complete these. I'm happy to have done that. And if you're curious, Joe and I's thoughts, we didn't spoil the end or anything, so you can actually watch that part 2 and get something out of it, I think.
Yeah, I watched that show and it didn't, I'm only one trade into Giant Days. And when I do start, I need to start from the beginning again. It's been too long. But yeah, I watched your show with Joe and I was, it was good and it didn't ruin anything for me. And that one that has like the holiday specials and stuff in it, do you think I could read that now or should I just wait and read it at the end?
I would say you don't have to read it at the end. I will say that because they came out during the series run.
Okay.
But I would say if you, once you get back into it, maybe after a few trades, just so you're refamiliar with everyone's dynamic and stuff.
I got you.
Then I would probably read this just because, especially the first issue is kind of a what if they didn't become friends.
Okay.
So to already have like their friendship established and stuff, it'll mean more when you read this. So
you could more of the references and stuff.
Yeah, you could throw this in the middle somewhere probably.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right. Well, when I discuss what I've actually completed this week, you will feel like a superhero.
Okay, nice.
So I feel like I've held up this book so many times since we started doing shows together, but I finally finished Black Paradox.
Black Paradox. And it's so shiny, right?
It is shiny. I know. Since I bought this, I've just been bitching to you about like
well, the glitter on the side is kind of
on the sides, and like this morning, there's like some action going on in the corner. I don't know. You can even see.
I think mine is doing that too. Yeah, it is kind of annoying.
I
have
to let it go. Just I just have like I'm one of these people. I was looking at like holiday cards because I have one box, but I want to get one more box, and everything has glitter and stuff on it. So like when you open the card, it gets all over your hands.
Right.
It upsets me. Anyway, back to the book. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I kind of consider you my Junji Ito guru. Is this the first time there was such a collection like this where the stories connect, but they're like contained in short stories? Is that even an accurate read? That's what this is?
I'd say that makes sense. They're kind of split. I feel like it felt like chapters to me, but it could be the short stories connected together. Uzumaki's like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he put Uzumaki together like that. Tomie is kind of like that. I don't know. There may have been some other ones.
This one just felt different to me.
It did feel different. Yeah, I agree though.
Yeah, but I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I love a good short story, especially with Ito, but like I liked getting to know the characters a little bit more. And I just feel like there was more of that in this book. Mm-hmm. There was a little more character development. And honestly, I went into it completely blind. Like I didn't even read the back. Like I had no idea what it was about. But I really, really enjoyed it. And I think it's a book that you should go into without knowing a ton about it.
I agree.
But I think there is one major, I take that back a little bit. There is one major like trigger warning. Absolutely, people should know. So I take that back completely. Read the back first.
Yeah. Well, and especially if you don't have anything that's going to trigger anything for you, then maybe you can jump in and be fine. But it is like a big thing. Is the central plot point. Yeah.
Yeah. To the point like where I started reading, I was like, whoa, like that's on me though,
Yeah. And, I think a lot of Ito we could give a lot of trigger warnings, I feel like, for Ito stuff.
That's true.
So just know that, like, it's a horror story. It's a group of people, and you do get more character development. I agree with that. Yeah. And it felt very similar to stuff that everything I've read before, but also really different. It felt like a little bit of a departure in how the story was. Like, it was still super weird and strange and everything you expect from him. But there was something about it where I was like, this feels different, but like in a good way. Like I really liked it.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like, and I know this conversation might seem a little strange because I feel like I'm not talking about what the book was about at all. But I just feel like if I do say anything, it will. It's spoilery. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you think? I mean, I
I
know
get what you mean.
you reviewed this book before. With it was with Maddie, right?
Yeah,
So I know you guys talked about it. But yeah, I mean, I think I gave it 4 stars or 5, 4 or
I
5.
give it 4. Yeah,
I know I did peek. I always peek to see what you
yeah,
gave. Not that I would like change my rating on it
sure.
based on that, but I was just curious.
I get it. I get it.
Um, so that is one of 2 books that I completed.
Nice. Well, you know
And
what's funny?
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say you can keep going if you want, but I forgot I finished a book last night.
So then it's your turn. Good job.
So I was just lying to myself, and I want to say, hey, to Typebiter.
Hey,
Thanks for
hey.
being here. Because it was an audiobook, and I just totally forgot about it because I
Oh,
hadn't been reading audiobooks. Well, yesterday during work, I took a little break because I was like, I need to listen to something.
yeah.
And any audiobook I do at work, I feel like I cannot do fiction at work. It's too
understand.
distracting.
Yeah.
Especially because I got one earbud in and I gotta take it out a lot to
Yeah.
answer a phone or like do something else. So it's difficult, and often I just needed nonfiction. And I had nothing at the time. I was just like, I don't know what to read. And I'm looking through the new stuff and I see something that I didn't know was out, and I got so excited. And of
Okay.
course, that is Have I Told You This Already? Stories I Don't Want to Forget to Remember, from Lauren Graham, who
Oh,
was Lorelai Gilmore on Gilmore Girls, of course. And I adore her. And I love the cover. I don't know if this is going to here we go. Maybe.
oh,
Yeah.
no, that's it.
It's a great illustration of her. And
Yeah.
it looks just like her. Gave it 4 stars. I highly recommend this on audio too. It was like 4.5 hours.
Okay.
It is quite short, and it is just short stories from like her life in the industry, and
Yeah.
she's very funny.
Yep.
And she reads it, and it's lovely, and I really liked it. So totally recommend that if you already like her, or you just want some fun stories. I mean, it's great. She's
You
great.
told me before you listened to her other book too, right? That she puts out and she voices it, and
Yes, which is great. It's called Talking as Fast as You Can, and she
Yeah.
had a lot of like Gilmore stories from there. And it's stories of her life too, but like there were a lot of Gilmore stories. Highly recommend that too if you haven't like listened to it. It's so great.
awesome. I will get to both of her both of her audiobooks because I'm a big fan as well. Did you watch Parenthood?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that
So good in Parenthood.
so good.
I love that. Yeah, that whole cast is fantastic.
I
It's a
know.
great show.
A hot take because I know everybody loves This Is Us, and I started to watch it, and I can't knock the show because it was so. I stopped watching because I couldn't handle my emotions. Like every time I would just have like a breakdown. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Well, obviously the writing and the acting must be that good, right? That it affected me that way. But I'd be like, eyes swollen from crying. I'm like, I cry so easily anyway. I can't keep doing this to myself. But obviously the reason I bring it up is because I just feel like those shows are sort of a little similar, with the whole family dynamic and everything.
Yeah, I agree. And I tried to start This Is Us, and I think it was the same thing. I was just like, okay, this is giving me a lot of feelings, and I don't know, I couldn't do it at the time. But Stephanie with the hot take.
Thank you, Stephanie.
I agree.
I might be asking Kristen for your address. Maybe I'll send you some books too.
Stephanie, you're gonna have so many books. So many books. I missed some stuff from James. How far are you in Delilah Green Doesn't Care? And then he says, Park, it doesn't fail, not Delilah Green. Thank you, James. That I'm getting to that. I will get to that. Stay tuned if you're very curious. Comic YouTube Superman is here. That's James.
James.
Yep. Stephanie gotta take earbuds out to take pictures at work. that's an inside joke I'll tell you about later, Mary. It's very funny. You'll like it.
I was just relating it to one of the functions, like one of the responsibilities of your job. I thought
that is part of it.
Okay.
But there's another part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And you should read the Lauren Graham, all of the books. All right. Well, she's woohooing extra books, so we'll see.
Listen, be careful.
I sold a Sears catalog to This Is Us for our props for episodes.
Oh,
that's fascinating, James. Tell me more. Was that like
so
on
cool.
eBay? Like, did you eBay it to them? Very funny.
I used to love the Sears catalogs, man.
Parenthood. My dad loved Dax Shepard. Yep, he's great.
Yeah.
Thank you all for chatting. I feel like I'm getting distracted now, but
No, I love the chat.
Any upcoming Kickstarters you excited about? Razor Ramen, let me know if there's something I should be excited about, because here's the deal. I don't casually browse Kickstarter these days because there is often too many things I'm excited about. I think the only things I have outstanding at this point is Giant Days. There could be another one in there from long ago that hasn't come. I'll have to check that out. But if there's something I need to know about, definitely let me know, please.
Yeah, I haven't really done much with Kickstarter. I know that like you and Jess have, sort of said that you've ordered too much in the past, but
yeah.
I'd be interested in like finding a good middle. So definitely if you guys have suggestions, I'm certainly open to hearing them too.
Yeah, the only downside, I feel like I should start browsing it again and just like calm down and not want to back everything.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I am missing out on some stuff,
Yeah.
eBay. Okay. That's very cool, James.
I love that.
Dynamite tease a Gargoyles Kickstarter for all the old comics. I heard that they were getting the license, but is that not the same as like when Boom puts out a Kickstarter and they're just going to release it later from retailers we like more? I find zero reason to do that unless it's very exclusive to Kickstarter. I will read that. I'm super stoked about Darkwing too, but so you read something else.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always have such good intentions. I have one of my tablets in the bedroom charging. I made sure I had pictures of the books that I read digitally or that I plan to read digitally. The next question is, do I have the tablet here? No, it's on the charger, but I just wanted everybody to know that I try.
And we appreciate that, but it's okay.
Thank you. But that's why we write everything down, right?
Yeah.
So I completed Blood on the Tracks, Volume 7, last night. I will continue to say, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
I've already borrowed Volume 8 from the library. That might be my plan for today. It's so funny. I wrote it. I have like a list of books to talk about. Reads since our last show on December 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And I included Volume 8. Like I had high hopes.
You were like, yeah, this is happening.
Yeah, I'm like, I got to cross this off. I can't even lie on the page here. But yeah, so I finished that. I continue to love the story. The art is amazing. I took a couple of pictures of some pages. I meant to send them to you because I'm just like blown away by, like you turn the page and you're like, holy, like just some disgusting stuff. But in the best way. But I know I just feel like we constantly talk about this manga, but Blood on the Tracks, if you like horror manga, you need to just trust us and just start it. I feel like it's in most library systems too, which should be a big help. Although this might be one when I finish it, like if they put out a box set or something, I think I would like easily be baited to buy it because I do love the artwork. So
yeah, I'm getting it as the volumes come out, which I think that's really one of the few ongoing manga I'm doing that with. The other one would probably be A Man and His Cat.
Oh, right.
So those are the two, which are like total opposites, which is kind of funny. But that's my reading taste. Like here's the psychological horror, and here's this cute, weird looking cat and this guy, and then you're gonna cry every manga. Yeah. But yeah, I love like physically holding it and just zooming through it.
I know.
There's something about that.
And there's just like, I bet it's just so fun to like, you have a long day at work and then you get like your mail and then the latest volume of Blood on the Tracks is there, or the cat book. It's like, I don't know. There's something to that too. I get that, it's exciting.
Well, and I may feel differently, but if my library system had it, but it doesn't.
Well, they don't. Oh, okay.
No. So, I mean, I'm like, either I read it or I don't,
Yeah.
But it's great. I'm glad you're still enjoying it. Did you give that volume like 4 stars, maybe?
That one I gave 4. I know the other one. Yeah. Did I change? Remember I said I was going to
we would.
Volume 6, the rating. And
I don't know if you actually did.
I think I went back and did it.
Yeah.
I thought long and hard about it. And I think I did go back and change it. Yeah, I was like a little harsh with my ratings in my last in the last batch, but you know how it can be. But then you pointed out, you were like, Mary, they have to show the trauma that one of the characters goes through constantly, and that's the only way to do it sometimes, is to be a little icky, you know, what we don't want to hear or see about. Well, hello, that's what's creating this trauma for this kid. So like, yeah. So see, you're just continuing your education, opening minds, you know.
I'm glad to hear it.
You know,
at least I'm doing something, right? Get something positive.
You do plenty.
Oh, thank you. So I think so that you're done, right? That's it?
That's all I completed.
No judgment. Just
thank you.
Are you currently reading anything? Because I have a stack of about 3 books I'm in the middle of that I need to finish.
I am currently while you start.
Okay.
For some reason I'm losing my place. I know of one. I'm in the middle or towards the end of an audiobook.
Okay, I am a little bit past the midpoint of Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. Thank you, James. You knew it was coming. It's funny you're asking about it because you know, right? But this is, of course, the sequel to Delilah Green Doesn't Care, which is right behind me, because I was like, I may need to reference this. I didn't really, but you know, it has to come up every single show I do now. But you know, I'm loving this, of course, right? Not that I had doubts, but it does focus around characters that aren't Delilah Green. So it was like, oh, how am I going to enjoy this or not, right?
Okay.
No, I'm totally loving it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens at the end. I think they're already setting up the next book.
Oh, awesome.
Which I believe is coming out next year. And it feels really good to like be into a series where I know a book's coming and I'm going to keep enjoying it. And I feel like I haven't had that with a prose series in a really long time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's so fun and so nice, and I'm thrilled. And I'm really glad I'm enjoying this so much. I don't even want to say anything, especially like, you know, you can read these independent of each other. That's why there aren't like numbers or anything. You could read this first if you really wanted. Please don't. If you're watching this though, and you're like, yeah, maybe I'll read that. Please don't read this first. No, you have to read Delilah Green first. I think it sets up everything beautifully. But I feel like I can't even really tell you anything about this if you don't know about the first one. So it's great. I think if you like the first one, you're going to like this. It is different. It has to be, but I really like it. So
can I ask one question? Yeah. Because, well, I told you I bought the audiobook already for that, right?
Right.
I don't know when I'll start it, but most likely soon. Is Delilah in it a good amount though, or?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I want.
A good amount is relative, right? Because you're getting dual perspective again.
Oh, okay.
But it's the two main characters, right?
Okay.
So the 2 characters in the front of the book, you're getting their perspectives. You've read Delilah Green. It's Astrid. She's in the title, right? So you're getting Astrid's perspective and the love interest. So you're getting those changing back and forth, just like Delilah. You had Delilah and Claire.
Right.
And Delilah's absolutely in this, and you're still going to love every moment where she is in it. She's more of a side character now because she has to be, right? But I mean, for those little moments, it's totally worth it to have the backstory and to know everything that happened. It's great. I think you'll enjoy it.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
So I looked on Goodreads, and I am only in the middle of one thing. I keep saying in the middle. I'm 65% through this audiobook of The Personal Assistant. Sorry, going off on a little prose sidebar, but I know that's allowed here.
Yeah.
So appreciate that. As if like talking about prose books is like some, you know, evil thing.
On some other channels it is, right? But not here.
I know. So I don't know if you could even see this, but this is The Personal Assistant by Kimberly Bell. This way. There we go. That's better. So this story is about, it's a family that the mom is an influencer on social media. She's like a family kind of influencer. And she hires a personal assistant. and things go bonkers after that. Without giving too much away, basically the personal assistant, it seems, I have my suspicions that the blame should be placed elsewhere, but she's like ruining the mom's life with posts and things she's doing to the family, and it's unraveling now. And I think I have an idea. I think we're talking, this book I think is completely written with an unreliable narrator, and I know some people hate that. I like it because the whole time it just makes it a little more fun with trying to figure out, like, who the bad person is. So I'm enjoying it. This is either my second or third Kimberly Bell book. She writes an amazing thriller. I have to go back. There's one, my favorite of hers was the first one that I listened to. Hang on one sec. Oh, it's called Dear Wife. It's another thriller. Did I push this book on you?
I feel like I don't remember the title, but
that might be my new crusade with you. I think I'm going to really going to push this one on you because.
Okay, I'm writing it down. I have my fountain pen. Don't worry.
Oh, look at her. Yeah, it's Dear Wife by Kimberly Bell, and it's Belle. I think you'll really enjoy that. And if you have the time, if you can, I definitely would recommend the audiobook on it.
Audiobook. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's ready. Mary says I have to read this.
Oh, nice.
Right.
I love all these things we use on our spouses. Kristen made me buy this book. You're like, read. Oh, I have packages. Oh, Mary made me buy those.
I love it though. There were like 2 fountain pens that you were like, here, they're really cheap on Amazon. I bought them, and I'm like, what? Now I have to buy them. And I'm so glad I did because I love them. But yeah, every time they arrived, I was like, Reed, Mary made me buy this pen. He's like, is that another pen? I was like, Mary made me buy it. I don't know what to tell you.
By the way, I know most people wouldn't be interested in this, but did I send a picture to you last night that I have actually attempted to put ink into my pens versus using the cartridges?
No, please tell me about it.
I'll have to send you the picture because it's like me with like ink all over my hands.
That's part of the beauty though, isn't it?
I know. I text my friend Jeff and he was like, oh, Mary, I'm so happy you're digging deeper into the hobby. I'm like, oh my God, I am friends with so many enablists. Like,
oh yeah. What I do, I don't know what you were doing, but I put down like paper towels.
I did that.
Okay.
On top of a notebook too. I'm really paranoid. Okay. Yeah.
But you still got all over your hands?
Yeah, I didn't get it thankfully, I don't mind getting on my hands. It's gone, obviously, but like, I just, because I was like a little bit of a spaz when I was doing it and I didn't know what I was doing, but it's not like that difficult. But I think I want to go the route that you were recommending on the pens that I can do it with that like ink syringe, because that seems like the cleanest way to do it, right?
Oh, it really is. Like, especially I don't have one with me because this one you refill with twisting it. So
with the twist.
Yeah. So this one that's the only way you can do it. So there's no. This is a TWSBI for people who care about fountain pens, such as maybe just you. Sorry, everyone. This is a TWSBI Eco. This is the I don't know. It's kind of a minty color. I forget what the color is, but I like it. But you can only twist it. So like it's a twist filling mechanism, and there's like a ton of ink. You can't really tell how much ink is in there.
I think I could see it.
Yeah, it's blue. I said it's blue. It's like purpley, whatever. No one cares. But the ones with cartridges, what I actually love to do with those is like I'll use up the cartridge and then I'll just take out the cartridge. I'll clean it. I'll let it dry overnight. And then I'll take an ink syringe in the bottle and then just fill up the cartridge. And that's the cleanest way.
I have a dumb question. Are all cartridges refillable? Is that a thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Come on. This is crazy.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like a lot of people just throw them away, but like you can reuse them. And I think over time, maybe after cleaning them a lot, they may deteriorate or something. I don't know. But I've used mine tons and I just keep the old cartridges and refill them.
There it is. I like this.
There we go.
All right, we'll stop with the ink and pen talk.
Back to books. You sold Stephanie on Personal Assistant and Dear Wife. So
that's awesome. You have to let us know.
Yeah, you guys sold me a pin, Stephanie. Have I talked to you about fountain pens? So what's great about Stephanie and I, we talk on the phone a lot and just over many, many years. I haven't seen her in years, unfortunately. And we keep saying next year, hopefully.
Nice.
If Stephanie doesn't move back to Hawaii before I see her. She's not currently in Hawaii. But anyway, yeah, we got to see each other again. Let's talk fountain pens if we haven't, Stephanie. Let me know. Because, like, I can tell you which ones you need and which ones are great. I mean, let's talk about this.
I love how you're just like pulling things from all sides.
This was a Christmas present from Reed. It is called it's Diamine ink, and it comes with this really cool bottle. It's Polar Glow. So this has it's hard to tell, but there's actually sheen in this one, and sheen makes like pretty, what sheen is, but other people may not. It has like a very pretty effect when you write with it. I haven't used Polar Glow yet, but I'm very excited. Look at this fun bottle. I just love it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and this is gonna last me forever. Look how much ink is here. Like forever. I should have grabbed my Inkvent calendar. I'm kind of behind on it. Yes, I have an Inkvent calendar. Anyway, y'all, I'm such a nerd.
You guys, I have to bring this up. If maybe one day when Kristen's feeling in the mood to share.
Okay.
You got to ask her to share her, with this whole fountain pen hobby. Kristen loves to get the samples of it.
Oh my gosh, I do.
And they come in these like little test tubes, right?
Yes.
There they are. But wait, she bought this tray, and she's like, if she holds it up in front of the camera, you're gonna be like, wow, it's quite possible she's like a mad scientist. Like it's just you need the white lab coat.
It's like a test tube vial tray. Yeah.
Genius.
I haven't. These are the ones that Reed got me with this ink thing. These are the samples that came with it. I haven't put them in the tray yet, so they're just sitting here
because they're right there in front of you.
Right there in front. Yeah. Here's another little baggie.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh y'all, ink. Sorry. It's a nerd tangent I went on. Thanks, James. Was it my turn? Yeah.
I don't even know where we are. I got the pen talk. Got me all giggly.
Okay. I'm reading 2 other books. I'm actually toward the end of this one, so I need to read that. Mob Psycho 100. This is a manga. This is by the creator of One Punch Man, and of course, it's a very popular anime. I believe I have not seen the anime. I don't watch anime typically. I just don't. I don't know. I really love manga though. But I've been hearing about this one forever, and I found this used, maybe on Black Friday. I can't remember, but it was super cheap. And it's so weird. It's just so weird. So this kid, he's in, I think, middle school, and he is like, he doesn't have emotions, but he has a little bit of superpowers. So he's kind of just like, I don't know. He doesn't show a lot of emotion until like toward the end where he does, and it gets bonkers. And it's such a weird, like he has this guy he looks up to who's maybe a con artist, and the art is so strange and super rough, which is very not typical of manga either, right?
Right.
And at first I was like, I don't know if I can get used to this. And I've read a lot of One Punch Man. I love it, but his art's very different in that. And I think this came first, so that makes sense. He's progressed. But it was actually like, I started getting really into it toward the middle, right? I was just like, okay, because it's just so strange. The character's just so quirky, and it's funny. Like it's weird and funny and somewhat mundane. But then when you see him starting to like want to express emotion and like he can't, but he's struggling with it, it's weird and awkward, and I don't know. It's fun. I don't know how to describe it clearly.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people have heard about it anyway, but yeah, I think if you like One Punch Man and how weird that is, you'll probably enjoy this.
Right.
So, yeah. So I'm in the middle. I'm more than in the middle of that. I'm almost done with that.
Nice.
And the one other thing, which I feel like I've talked about a few times, is the Zombie Cat Invasion book. Okay. I'm about halfway now.
All right.
And this was a Kickstarter. We talked about this. And I mentioned last time, I don't know how I feel about it. And I still don't. I'm in the middle and I still don't. However, I realized when I was looking at it, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. I may have to get rid of it. But then I looked at the back and realized my name's printed in it because I Kickstarted it.
Oh.
And then I felt weird about it.
But how many names are in there?
There
are there a ton?
There's like a page and a half. I mean, there's still an amount, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I don't know. It made me feel weird. I was like, oh, well. And maybe by the time I finish it, I'll be like, I shouldn't have taken so long with this book. I like it. Who knows?
Yeah.
I want to like all the cat comics, but sometimes I don't. We'll see. But I'm determined to finish this before the end of the year because what am I doing?
I feel like because it's taking you, typically with your cat manga, you like zip through them. So
I do.
You know, I don't know. This one might not be one of your favorites, say.
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
But I am determined to finish it. And I have to mention, so of course, the beginning of the year, my reading goal for Goodreads was quite high.
Yes.
I did change that.
Good.
To be 200. And I hit 200 last night when I finished that Lauren Graham book. So now I'm like, great. Now I don't have anxiety about finishing my goal. I'm just going to read what I want to read. Because I do get like that, which is so stupid. And I know that, right?
Well, we're setting goal. I mean, in general, it's just how your mentality is, right? If you set a goal, you want to hit it. So I think, we discussed, like, I hope it's okay I'm mentioning this, that, of doing a show on reading goals,
Absolutely. Yeah.
And, I'll save it for when we do it. But that's one of the things on my list so far, like, in regards to setting reading goals, like my thoughts on that for the new year. And I don't know. I just don't want to do anything that it's supposed to be fun, right? And I just don't want to do anything that makes it like even a little bit anxiety inducing.
Absolutely. We'll have to decide when we're going to do that one because I'm all about doing that soon because I'm thinking about it a lot too,
Well, I'm ready, I started taking notes last night, so I'm ready. I could be ready whenever you are to do that.
Cool. Sounds good. Farhan's here. Hi, Farhan. Hi, Kristen and Mary. Glad to catch you beautiful people live. That's nice. For a little bit before getting ready to cover England, France. What a match it's going to be. Peace and love from Malaysia. Right. Cheers. Thanks for showing up, Farhan. We appreciate that. Have fun at the match. That's great.
And Farhan, now that the U.S. is out, I'm rooting for England big time because I follow the Premier League, so I know more of the players on England's team than any other team, including the U.S. So that won't be hard for me to. Now that the U.S. is out, makes it easy for me to be able to root for England.
My dad's wondering if Farhan has a similar job to the one I used to do. I used to be in Master Control. I believe Farhan is a sports journalist, I think Farhan has said. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if you don't want to talk about that, Farhan. But I think you've mentioned it before. So, all right. So that's what you're currently reading, yeah?
Yep. That's the only one I had.
Okay. Do we want to do what we want to finish by the end of the year at this point? Throughout this month, here are the books we really want to finish.
I like that.
Okay.
Or right. That means sorry to be I'm being so literal right now.
Look at me like moving this box around. Sorry, go ahead.
So that means books like I haven't started these yet, right? These are just like
right.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you have something you've started that you want to include, that's fine.
No, I just had that one audiobook. So
okay,
yeah.
You want to go first? You want me to go or?
I can go first. Okay. I feel this is another book I feel like I keep holding up. It's still in the wrapper, and I haven't read it yet. So
love that. I have some of those. Yeah. Hey, nice.
So this is Junji Ito's Liminal Zone. Of course, I had to run out to Barnes and Noble the day it came out and buy it. And it's still in the wrapper, nice and fresh.
Nice.
But I definitely want to, especially because I just had such a great time reading Black Paradox. I definitely want to continue with Ito. And I mean, my goodness. Oh, no, I lied. I bought this in the city. I didn't get this at Barnes and Noble. I mean, look at the back.
I was just thinking, I don't think they normally shrink their Ito.
No, they don't. You're right.
So that's interesting. Yeah.
I love the shrink.
I like the places. I have some of those in my stack too. The places that will shrink. Any like sort of thing that could get all damaged from people's hands. I'm into it.
I just and like how many times have you been in a bookstore and like you're like, oh, they have like one copy of something and you would buy it. You'd even pay full price, right? It doesn't even need to be a sale, but you pull it off the shelf and it's like the cover's bent, the pages are I'm like, I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe to
it's
someone
annoying.
that sounds like we have an issue, but
And maybe we do.
I think
But I'm
most
with you.
people, right? Like, if
Yeah.
he wants to buy something brand new and it's, quote unquote
Especially
damaged.
you're gonna pay cover price or something,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, figure it out. Like, and you know what? Not to go on a tangent. This reminds me, Reed bought his dad a record for Christmas.
Okay.
And typically from Amazon, they put that in its own like record. You know what I'm talking about? Like they put their,
Nice sleeve.
yeah, the nice record package
Yeah.
box thing. Never had a problem with it. They put it in a bag.
Oh,
No record package sleeve, just a bag. So of course the corners all,
yeah.
and he's just like, anyway. So my point is, you pay full price for something.
Yeah.
You want it to not come damaged, and it sucks.
Well, it's interesting that the thing with Amazon that happened to him, like, I wonder, I need to get in a better habit of this. A lot of times, like, it probably came from a different seller, like it was through Amazon, but maybe Amazon didn't actually ship it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you
No,
look,
apparently they did because we looked into
you
that.
did.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just like, what happened to your record things? Because those always would work, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I think someone goofed up. Yeah, hashtag refund. That's what I said to him. Which it was just a bummer because, like, you know, we have some record stores within a radius of us,
Yeah.
but no one had this record.
Yeah.
So he was just like, well, I have to get it.
Right.
You know. It's a bummer. Oh, I want that Liminal Zone book. I like to read the Liminal Space subreddit. It's all about that oddness. Love it. Okay, Dad, you should have told me that before I bought all these other books for you for Christmas. Spoiler, you already know.
Oh, I love that though. Larry's
Yeah, that's great.
He's publicly admitting that he wants some more manga.
Pick it up, Dad. Do it.
Takes a good man to be like that. I appreciate
right.
that.
Yeah.
All right. So, you want to take turns on this? Like, we'll.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you have several? I guess we'll just figure that out.
I have 3 more after that.
Oh, I have a few, but yeah. So this feels like the most maybe unrealistic of my stack just because it's prose, and that may sound stupid, but I don't know. I do really want to read it right now, though. Tis the season, and I've showed this before, but it's a cider shop mystery, Apple Cider Slaying, with these like little cats. One bad apple spoils the bunch. Look at this cat. Come on now.
I think he's the bad apple. He's pushing apples off the cart there.
That may be correct. But of course, this is set during like an annual Christmas at the Orchard, Gold Fashioned Holiday Festival, blah, 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 blah. Now with Granny, the #1 suspect. Okay, so that's all you need to know, right? Like, it sounds ridiculous, and I'd really like to read it. So,
look out for Granny. She's out of control.
Never know. That's right.
All right. So since you did a prose book, I will do one. There's some insight into why I chose this book. I know I'm not going to finish it, but if I just want to get better at getting started at things, this will be on the theme of this book will be on my reading goals for 2023. I want to read more classics, and I'll get more into it when we do the live stream, but I think this is going to be the next one. Crime and Punishment. Had this copy sitting on my desk. On my bookshelf for who knows how long. But apparently this translation is supposed to be like one of the best as far as being relatable to, us common folk. The translation is supposed to be, whatever you want to call it, more readable or whatever you want to say. But I have one whole bookshelf in the living room dedicated to classics. And, some I've never, ever read. Some I read in school. But as an adult, I just want to get to them and reread and, just something I've always been interested in doing. And typically whenever I do pick up classics, regardless of how obviously the language might be a little more I don't know, difficult to get through, or maybe not difficult, but just not what we're used to reading, in the way we're used to reading. So I thought this with a new translation, maybe that will pull me in a little bit more. And I don't know if you remember, for those, I know Kristen watches the Netflix show You.
Of course.
Do you remember him having this specific copy?
Was that the copy?
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
So,
who put that one out? I was going to ask what publisher.
Liverite.
Okay, I asked like I knew, like I was going to know. Yeah,
but that makes me wonder. Like that sounds like that's a division of something, right?
like an imprint. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a division of W.W. Norton.
There we go.
So
interesting. That's cool.
Also, we love to talk about floppy. It's nice and fun.
Yeah, we love that. Wonderful.
So even though I'm going to attempt to start this in December, I'm going to consider it part of my reading goals for 2023.
Nice.
It's all about encouragement, right? Like
love that. No, I love that.
To actually reach for these books.
My dad says you're smart.
Oh, thanks, Larry.
Farhan says Kristen is correct. That is exactly what I do. And for Mary's sake, go on, you three lions. What are on Morocco's having at the World Cup? Yeah. They just knocked out Spain and Portugal. Nice.
I know, Farhan. I'm sure you were watching yesterday with the Netherlands and Argentina. That was like, sorry, I know we're sidebarring into sports. Kristen's like, come on, guys. I like to read about sports and manga, but all this talk about it.
It's true.
But yeah, yesterday was like super exciting. Anyway, back to the books.
I'm happy for you all.
Thank you.
This one people may have seen, and I believe you were like, you need to read this next, maybe, but I still haven't. Okay. But I feel like I need to before the end of the month, right? Okay. And that is The Evil Secret Society of Cats.
Oh yeah.
This is what I actually opened the Shrink too. This was in Shrink. And I still haven't read it, but I mean, it's full color. It's manga.
Love that.
It's about cats. I need to get to it. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. All right. We're out of order here. Kristen, this will make you happy. I want to get to, did you see the corner?
I did. I did.
Me too.
Yeah.
Volume 2. I don't know what happened. I flew through volume 1 and I definitely, this is a goal that I think I will accomplish. I definitely want to wrap up these 2 books before the end of the year. I know everybody has seen these, but I just love these, taking the dust jackets off.
Yeah, like the plaid under there. Yeah,
it's
really cool.
So cool. Simple and cool, right? Yeah, so I need to finish up this series. So that, and what's the book after these? There's one more, right?
Sweet Tooth The Return,
right.
Which is just a little trade. So which you can read on Hoopla if you don't want to get it.
Nice.
But I think what a great goal to like maybe hopefully finish some of these this month, and then you can read that start of the year.
Well, since I kind of just said it anyway, obviously my other book is volume 3. I want to peek underneath now. Oh yeah, these are plaid too. I forgot.
Yeah, it's a great theme. I love it.
Yeah, just like classic Jeff Lemire books.
Of course.
I know he's like, I can't even keep up like with everything he's involved in between, all the different ways he's involved. So but you know what I'm saying? Like that's classic Jeff Lemire. Like that's
absolutely.
That's what made you get a tattoo on your arm of his work, so.
Well, technically that was, but yeah.
You get me. Like that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. That's very exciting. Razor Ramen. You open the plastic without reading. I know. I don't know what's happening to me. Maybe it's because it's like the Shrink from the store, and I knew it didn't come that way.
Oh yeah.
Also I did intend to read it, and I didn't. So that was part of it too. But speaking of Shrink from the store, Ex Yakuza and Stray Kitten. I just grabbed a lot of this cat manga I have not read yet. This one's still the Shrink. I feel like I should open this. It's all crunchy too. I like it. Come on now. Look at this cover. He's very much doesn't want to be entertaining this little cat, but he is. Just, I know I'm going to love this.
You will, right?
I know I'm going to love it.
No doubt.
So just want to have some joyous reading before the end of the year,
Oh,
on that note, Mary.
I have a fast answer, messy for me. Even though I'm a Man U fan, I've never been a Ronaldo fan. I can't. No one can question his talent. He's just. I'm not a fan of him. I'll be nice and leave it at that. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm out of.
Oh, you're out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm already out.
Well,
My goals are low.
I'm being far too lofty, I think, with mine, but we have a few weeks left still, so you know.
Yeah.
And so far, I've just got one prose, some manga, and maybe another cat manga that I need to get to. Just yokai cats
that I happen to have sitting here.
Let's see. Also, another one, Knights of the Cat Volume 2. I did love the first one.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
So I need to get to it. I'm going to really enjoy it, I think. And this one's kind of funny. I think you're going to laugh at this because it's one I meant to reread around October, November-ish. And I still did not. So I'm like, hold on, wait. Before the end of the year, I have to reread Pumpkinheads.
You know what?
I'm late to it.
Yeah.
But that's very attainable. I can totally do that.
I think I'll say that I'll try to do that too, because it is like a tradition, right? We read it every year, but I didn't. You know what? You know why? Because before current times, we used to borrow it from the library. It was like a little thing we did to like, oh yeah, it's time. And now we own the damn thing, and then we haven't reread it yet.
That's so funny. I don't know why. I thought maybe you had actually read it, and I was like, man, it's just me. So that's funny. Let's both read this month. I think that'll be funny.
Yeah.
And then we can keep with our tradition that we accidentally do every year.
Well, you probably thought I did read it because I'm pretty sure I hopped on one of these shows with you and claimed I was going to.
Right, probably.
And I didn't.
And I'm sure I claimed the same thing. Which, if Stephanie, if you're still watching, I think this is actually a great introduction to graphic novels and something I think Stephanie in specific would really like to read. So for anyone who doesn't know, Pumpkinheads is by Rainbow Rowell. She's written a lot of great young adult books and some adult books. She's also currently writing She-Hulk, so that's fun. I haven't read that, but that's exciting. But this is it takes place on this big pumpkin patch, right? So like it's got a lot going on, a big entertainment pumpkin patch that happens every year. And every fall, these two main characters work at the pumpkin patch. And they're great friends, but it's like their last year where they're like seniors and they're going to go off to college after this, and the guy has this crush on this girl who works at like one of the places in the pumpkin patch, but he's never talked to her. So his best friend here, she's like, you're doing this. This is our last night working the pumpkin patch. You have to talk to her. I'm so tired of hearing you talk about her. So you need to go talk to her. So it all takes place one night, their last night of the pumpkin patch. She's trying to help him talk to this girl. And from there, I can't give you any spoilers, but it's lovely. It's such like a warm hug. Such a great tribute to fall. There's pumpkins and there's plaid and there's drinks and just things that like we all associate with the weather, right? And it's so fast and fun, and it's just it's a great time. And every year, Mary and I accidentally reread it.
What I love about it is it just, who hasn't been there, right? Where you don't, where you haven't had the courage, the nerve to just walk up to somebody you think is cute and just talk to them. And I mean, obviously the book is about much more than that, but that's the thing that like, I just adore about it. I don't care. To me, it's like just really an all ages kind of book.
Absolutely. And the art is lovely by Faith Erin.
Oh yeah.
I mean, totally love it. This is also something I feel like is at most libraries because it was at both of ours, Right. So if you have access to your local library, check there if you don't want to just buy it, but it is clearly worth the buy because we would just check it out every year and then we're finally like, okay, we need to buy this because every year we're reading it. It's great. So we're for sure doing that. She says, okay, on it.
Love it.
Warm hug, best review. I'll read it and you both reread and then I'll feel included, Stephanie.
Love that.
You can even come on and talk about it if you really want. I'm just saying.
Come on, Stephanie. She's like, all right, whoa. I said I'd read your books.
You don't have to. I'm just saying. My dad says it's like they're speaking a different language. You're right. I don't know what they're talking about. So,
sports.
If you were watching that book, Nights with a Cat, sounded a lot more interesting to me. Nights with a Cat. Wouldn't you read a book about some knights that love their cats?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, there's a book idea.
I would watch a Netflix adaptation of Pumpkins. I don't know why that hasn't happened. That would be the perfect Netflix adaptation, actually.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they've taken a lot of those like YA novels and made them into great adaptations. Y'all, what are they waiting for? I don't know, but
I don't know why, but I just had a thought, and I'm not somebody that watches like a lot of things that are animated at all. Not for any reason. It's not like I dislike it. I don't know why. To me, I'd picture that animated. Like, I don't know.
That would be cool too. I just thought it would be cool to like see the pumpkin patch in real life, like them like make all of that. But you're right. I mean, the art does look kind of like an animated style as well,
Yeah.
which is really nice. That would be good. I'll take it either way.
Right.
Either way. But okay, 2 more things I'd like to read before the end of the month. I just picked this up in the library. It's She and Her Cat Stories. So I read the manga of She and Her Cat years and years ago. So this is based on the original story and multi-award winning short film by some world-renowned anime director that I don't know about.
Okay.
But it's short and it's little stories. And, it is prose, but come on now, it's right up my alley. So
Nice.
I did get this from the library, and I've been so lacking on my library reads that I'm like, this is one I feel like I can actually get through. We'll see.
It's funny. I'm sitting here. We're like talking about all these books that we want to finish, before the end of the year. And you're like holding up that book. You're like, oh, I got this from the library. And then the first thought in my head, I'm like, maybe after the show, I'll go to the library. What? So I could take out a bunch of books that I'm not going to read when I have a nice stack.
Been there.
Like,
been there all the time. Have too many library books in there. Have one due yesterday. I told you about it. I need to take back. Still haven't. Not that I'm reading it.
Right.
It's a problem we have. I feel like that's relatable,
I guess it's a good problem. I mean, could be worse.
Could be absolutely worse. And finally, Gideon Falls Volume 2. It's so in the shrink that I'm gonna open it. Because I know I'm gonna read this.
This is crazy.
I know. Well, we'll see if I can open it, but here we go. Here we go. That's less shiny for you. Come on now.
That
Black Barn
is just so cool.
It's striking, right?
Yeah.
I love that there's just like no text on it. I mean, of course, there's just spine, so you know what it is. But this is the DCBS variant. I love it so much.
Nice.
And I'm so excited. So excited for this. Of course, Jeff Lemire, horror greatness. Very stoked on that. So
I have I should know this, but is that complete? I don't know much about that series.
Complete after 2, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm pretty positive. I said that very confidently, and now I'm like, wait. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's the final. It should say it on the back, shouldn't it? Hold on. I don't know why my voice did that. Continues to recommend. It does not say the end on the back, but I think it is the end. Someone in the chat will correct me, I'm sure, or later on.
James, we need you.
James will just Google it real quick.
James, we don't have Google. Help.
Yeah, help. We don't know anything. No, I think that is the end. Pretty sure.
Nice.
All right. So we want a book haul? Is that what we want to do now?
We can book haul. I should mention, obviously, I didn't, say it or write it down, but I'll continue to read Blood on the Tracks as long as like the library has it for me to borrow. I'll probably read a couple, maybe a couple more, at least one more volume. I have volume 8, so at least I know I'll finish that, but we'll see. That could always happen. But yes, I think book haul time is a good time.
Razor Ramen, I believe volume 2 is the end too. Thank you.
Cool.
Pretty sure I read that.
Yeah.
Okay, book haul time. Do we want to go back and forth?
Sure.
Do we want to start with the one we both know is exactly the same?
And we're both dorks, and we're like, okay, ready? Hold up the box.
Okay. Look at how beat up mine is.
Oh yeah, let's see. I gotta tell you. Listen, like, yay, the environment. See, mine's a little banged up too.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, I don't want to offend anybody. Don't think I'm some like heathen over here. I'm all for the environment. Like, I get it. But we used to get these, and they were like, they put all your books together like shrink wrapped really tight, and they didn't jiggle around in the box. And I don't know. I might have to have a little talk with Book of the Month. Not saying they have to use a ton of plastic, but maybe there's some other way to make them more secure in the box. Because I've been noticing.
Yeah. I'm with you, like, because there's a little bit of extra room.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell from the box, right? Like on the top. Yeah. And just put up some padding there or something.
Yeah, they jiggle.
What are we doing? Yeah, they're too jiggly, and now they don't shrink them. You're right. So I don't get it either.
No one listens to us, Kristen.
No one listens to us at all. Well,
all right.
Book of the Month is something Mary got me into a while ago now, over a year ago. She was lovely and gifted me I think a 3-month subscription or something. So, I feel like the world, we're not sponsored. The world probably knows about Book of the Month, but you get the option of 5 different books, sometimes more now, to choose from as your book of the month. If none of them interest you, you can skip. It's like $15 a month, unless you skip and then you don't get charged, which is nice because we skip a lot now.
Yeah.
But we keep it. I think this year we really we did our birthday month because you get a free book on your birthday month.
Right.
And at the end of the year, you get to choose from the 5 best books that they were voted from everybody who's a subscriber. You get one of those for free. And if you finish the reading challenge, you get a prize. Or if you say you finish the reading challenge, you get a prize.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know either.
Should we show what you get or what we chose? There's a couple options. I think we picked the best one.
We did, which was socks that say "Not now, I'm reading."
Although I have beef with these. So if let's say I have a pair of jeans on and I'm wearing these socks, what are you going to see? This.
Yeah.
Put the lettering here or on the bottom. That'd be funny, right? If you had your feet up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I know. It's like, Mary, relax. Can you just be happy with the free socks that you lied in order to receive?
Yeah. Hey, they were free socks, so I'm stoked on that for sure.
And by the way, Kristen,
way to go, champ.
I told Kim, I'm like, Kristen made me lie so I could get these socks.
What'd she say?
She laughed. She goes, "What's wrong with you two?"
Love it so much. I do love the stickers they include every year around Christmas.
I love how I'm like, oh wait, I want to show mine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were different? You're like, wait a minute, I got.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh no. Yeah, these are really cute. I like the polar bear in the box the most, I think.
Yeah,
super cute.
Yeah, that's real cute.
So this is the one that says you voted we counted. Here are the books you could pick from for free this year. Do you have any of these? I have Flicker in the Dark, so I didn't pick that one because I had it.
I have Flicker in the Dark and I have Love Hypothesis. No, I didn't read it. I was sort of interested in Lincoln Highway, but I've heard that's a good one to listen to on audio. So that's why I went with the one we'll show.
And that is the book of the year.
Woo.
Yeah, we both grabbed the book of the year, which is Tomorrow. I got
really 7. How it's like mirrored images.
I do like how shiny this one is too.
Yes.
And it says book of the year. So they made a fancy one for the end of the year, which is kind of cool.
And isn't this, I mean, I know, I just can't help myself. Isn't this like a very famous piece? Are they allowed to use this?
I think well, hold on. Technically it's a wave through the whole thing, right?
All right, fine.
It's like a book. But I know what you mean. I know exactly because yes, the waves themselves are famous. Live unboxing. We're doing it. What was the reading challenge you totally completed and didn't lie about? I don't even know because you had to rate your books in the app.
Yeah. So basically you had to, from the books that you purchase, they're asking for you to rate them. So, but I'd like to state that this was obviously something we were laughing about and we wanted the free socks, but that's the only area I fib in. Goodreads is a record for myself to know what the heck I read, what I'm reading, and what I thought of it, right? But this was just too enticing, right? Who doesn't want the free socks?
Yeah, it's probably included in our subscription price anyway, right? So
free, right? Exactly.
How do we feel about the spine?
Oh, I didn't even look at the spine. Let me see.
I mean, I kind of like it. It's interesting. It's weird. I do like how they made a special Book of the Year edition too. I do really like that with the little thingy on it.
Yeah, I like that. It's they did a nice job on it. Like it looks like they actually stamped it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, but one thing that might be good to mention about Book of the Month, you know, $14.99 might sound like maybe a hefty price for a subscription, but they give you the opportunity to get brand new releases, and you're not getting a brand new release anywhere for $14.99. And
the cover price of this is $28.
Yeah. So sometimes they're even early releases. You'll get it before the public. So I think that's pretty cool.
For sure.
You know, there are those times where, you know, it's funny. Sometimes we're sitting there hoping like, oh, I hope next month they have such and such available to us because it was something we would buy anyway, you know? Mm-hmm. And typically, even though we're big library supporters, if it's really an author that you really want to get to, there's going to be a wait list, you know, as long as, you know, your arm to wait for it. And sometimes you don't want to. So that's Book of the Month offers that opportunity sometimes. So I love that part of it.
Yeah. Again, not sponsored, but you can also get free stuff throughout the year, which is very nice.
And they always give you a cute little bookmark.
Yeah.
You know, same time tomorrow.
Which I don't know where I put mine. I think mine's in a different book somewhere.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's good. You're already using it.
Apparently, yeah. And of course, the other book we chose, the one that's actually the Book of the Month pick that we chose together, was Kiss Her Once for Me.
Isn't that funny? Yours looks purple. Mine looks blue.
I think it's just the lighting.
Yeah, my lighting's jacked up in here.
Does yours look blue in real life? Mine looks
purple. In real life, it's purple.
Yeah. Okay. That's funny. There is a difference, though. It's interesting.
Mine's the special blue cover edition.
Oh, you got the variant?
Yep.
What a bummer. This is one that I actually got from the library per Jessica's recommendation. Jessica, you're not here right now, but maybe you'll watch later. And every show I have to mention Delilah Green and Jessica. So thank you, Jessica. But I got this from the library, and then I saw it was the Book of the Month pick, and I was like, well, I'm buying this because you can't actually, this is also cool. You can't get this as a hardcover outside of Book of the Month.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So most romance books apparently tend to come out straight to softcover.
Okay.
And this is one of those. And I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I looked around because like my library had a softcover. Okay. What I saw like on Amazon was a softcover. So I was like, oh, well, yeah, I'll choose it for my Book of the Month, and then I'll get a cool hardcover that I can't get elsewhere. So that's pretty neat.
Nice. You know, looking at this cover, seems like it's something we should maybe start this month, but is that realistic?
That's funny because I wanted to put, you know, I'm just gonna take it out of the box. I put it back in the box. Why am I putting it back in the box? I'm gonna put this in my stack.
I will too.
What I hope to read, because this would be tis the season.
Yeah, well, then again, it's wintry. I guess January's cold.
True. But at the same time, I know once I finish Astrid Parker, there's going to be a hole in my life.
Oh no!
And you're funny. And maybe I need to fill it with this one.
That's fair,
right?
Fair.
So
I'm looking in the box like there should be more.
I know, right? Like we got a ton of free stuff, but we're like, where's the rest?
Yeah. Could have gave me like a sweet treat or something.
Yeah, right? Come on.
Oh.
So that was our Book of the Month that we got exactly the same box of.
That was on accident too. We didn't like plan that. That'd be goofy.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Chris is here. Hello, Chris.
Chris.
Getting the subscription. You guys are true influencers. And I'm now buying this and pens and pumpkin heads, and now you even want new socks. Stephanie.
Wow. Stephanie, don't go sending us a bill. This is on you. Okay. It's expensive to be friends with us.
and I mean, if you're serious about the subscription, Mary and I, the moment the releases are dropped online, we freak out. We message each other, some kind of siren or like that gif of SpongeBob and Patrick running around like maniacs, or the one from The Office where he's like, it's happening.
Yeah.
One of those. So then we talk about which books we choose every month, or if we're going to skip, because we've been doing that lately.
Right.
But this was fun to get. It's making me get the bug again, I think, you know, and it is a good deal. It is.
Yeah. Kristen, you should send your like a referral link to Stephanie. Maybe you'll get
Oh.
another free pair of socks or something out
Oh
of
my
it.
gosh, Stephanie, do you want my referral link? I forgot that existed because I've never referred anybody. Hold on, I'll send it to you right now. She's gonna be like, I was joking.
Yeah, she's like, please, please.
So funny. They should do a collected edition graphic novel book of the month option. That would be cool.
I thought of that. That would just be wonderful. Like, imagine if we could. I have thought of that. I don't know if they'll do it, but do you think it would be better as its like own subscription, or like just add it on where we could select from there as well, or do both? Really, they could do both, right?
Yeah, and I wonder, like, it would be hard.
Yeah.
Right. I think that specific category would be really hard. And I know there are other subscription boxes out there who do like graphic novels and stuff. I would personally be afraid that I would already have the thing.
Right.
So it would have to be new releases. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's the only way to do it. And then I think be able to pick and then add stuff.
Yeah.
For that reason too. But it's a great idea. Copy link. I'm copying it right now, Stephanie. Give me I'm texting you right now.
So that's funny. Awesome. Yeah, but it's just a lot. It's a lot of fun. And like you said, we do skip a lot of months, but I think we've created a lot of fun just around like talking about what we will buy, what we won't buy, the selections,
Yeah, we judge them, or we're like, this is going to be a great one. Also, I will say it is so fun. I love how I put the other book in the box. Like, what am I doing with this box?
It's very special. You love that box.
I do also like the little, this one doesn't have it. Okay, some of them have like the little thing here. Some of them don't.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know. They're nice. They're very nice. So,
cool.
More book calls? You got more?
I do. This one, it was difficult not telling you what I got.
Oh.
Because, I have 2 surprises for you. I say surprise, like, oh, how just surprises just mean like I didn't share with you.
Okay.
So I'll do the book haul part first.
Okay.
Are we going 1 and 1?
Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
I know. Why I'm so particular today.
Yeah, we can do that. Is that easier?
I need more coffee or something. I'm very particular. You're like, Mary, relax. Okay, I'm going to show you one thing, and then you'll know where I ordered from, and so will Larry and probably everybody else.
What did you get?
I would throw this across the room as a tribute for Larry, but there's an issue where my dog might want to chew on it, so I can't throw it. I'll pretend. Here we go.
Nice.
Okay.
I think you just need to show me everything you got from there.
Okay. It's only 2 things.
Well, then do them both. Yeah.
But it's enough.
Yeah.
So I'm going to blame this one on you.
Okay.
I'm going to blame this book on you. I went back and got it. I couldn't resist.
Nice.
Yeah. I just.
Nice.
Yeah. Howard the Duck. By Chip Zdarsky. Like, I just couldn't. It was so cheap.
Oh, so cheap.
And I regretted not getting it in my initial order. So I was like fearful that I'd go back and that they would just like all be scooped up, but apparently they were not. But yeah, based on reviews, I know nothing about this book. I do have the Larry will jump in and tell me if he's still here. I have the other Omni, the other Howard the Duck.
The original one. Yeah.
And I haven't read it. There's a theme here. But anyway, I couldn't, what was this thing, like $24?
I mean, so cheap. Yeah.
It's one of those Omnis that feel good in your hand and you can actually not break your wrist holding. But
yes,
I feel like we all say this, but like I've only heard good things. You've been talking it up. So I had to get it.
Love that. I'm definitely, that's one I'm going to dive into probably early next year. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Maybe we can accidentally buddy read that together. That'll be fun.
I like it. Yeah.
I've only read like a trade of it, but I liked it. What a coincidence. I just had a package from IST delivered to my door. Razor Ramen, what'd you get?
Yeah. If you want to unbox that thing and just tell us.
Yeah, awesome. Let us know. Hey, Remco.
Hey, Remco's here. All right. And the other one. Wait. I have the pricing thing right here. You guys, yeah. I know we just said it, but now that I see it in black and white, yeah, that Howard the Duck was $24.
It's amazing.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And what's the retail on it? The
I think
retail
like 75? No, 60. Okay.
75 if you live in Canada.
There we go. That's what I was thinking.
Love our Canadians.
Yeah.
And then the other book, it's a heavy guy.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That one was like dirt cheap too, right?
Yeah, it was 25.
Nice.
So I don't know why I didn't get these initially. So that's what happens. It was a matter of late night shopping. I broke my rule.
I love that.
Had them in the cart and just hit send, hit order.
I love a surprise, like ISD haul too.
Yeah.
Rizarama got Madman Library Edition Volume 3. Already got that Howard the Duck Omni on my shelves too. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yes, Howard the Duck by Zdarsky is what we're talking about.
Yes.
The one that was $24 whole on IST, so it got us both. We had to.
Big time.
Okay, so I got someone some presents from a website that I can't really say right now, but
from a website
that was having a sale, and I've heard some good things about the series. And there was a sale on the bundle. And Mary, if you're interested later on bundle sales, I will get you that link. But
Please.
I guess I could tell you, but nobody really knows what I'm talking about. It's Right Stuff. It's from Right Stuff.
Oh, nice.
But Rainbow Black, 3 volumes. These were like really cheap together. And I've heard a lot of good things. Look at this little guy on here. Like, what is that guy?
A little puff. What is he?
Yeah. So on the back it says, "Amazing Technicolor Dream Pet." So this girl's a college student who's tired of living in black and white. Then an adorably strange creature brings all the colors of the rainbow into her life. She must learn what exactly the strange creature is as it upends her monochromatic existence.
Wow, same.
What?
I'm tired of living a black and white life.
I know, right? So I've just heard a lot of good things about it. I love a good little cute creature,
Yeah.
And again, a nice little bundle for quite cheap, and I needed my free shipping threshold, so I got this.
I'm gonna write that down. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll definitely I want to read these soon for sure. Although I say that about everything, don't I? So we'll see.
All right, it's fun to say.
Yeah.
It goes along with, I've heard good things about this.
Yeah, exactly.
I know we say it all the time, and I'm going to continue to say.
Also picked up Grand Design for $25. It's
such nice. You have
Love
to,
that.
right?
Love that. You want me to keep going here? You want to go?
Look, how sad. It's empty now.
Oh, so you just had the box.
I just had the box.
Then let me keep going.
I love it.
So from Book Outlet, this is the one manga that I found for myself during my ordering, and that's Meisei Nikoku Volume 7. So I started this series. I have 5 volumes, so I'm missing 6 now. And I think there's like 1 or 2 after this. And they're in these nice, like, perfect editions from Viz. I don't see these sort of like editions pop up on Book Outlet a lot.
Okay.
So I threw it in, and you know what? It came pretty perfect, and it's clearly overstock, but I don't mind that.
I have 2 things.
Yes.
When they do the overstock, the mark, could they just do a dot?
And I mostly see the dot, but this is pretty aggressive.
I want to meet the people that mark the books, and I just want to do like a character analysis, personality trait analysis on them. That's how my mind goes. And on the second question, that was a statement. Second question, it looks like it has French flaps, does it?
It does.
Oh, how's that for an eye?
It does have French flaps, yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
These are super nice quality volumes. There's also kind of like a texture. You can't really see it. It looks like kind of a cross stitch sort of texture.
Oh, cool.
And they're really nice volumes. And I read the first few, and I really like the story. I forget when it came out, but it's clearly older manga art.
Yeah.
But I really like it. It's fun. It's kind of cheesy, but I'm going to have to get back into it next year for sure. The last volume, Tim, will come out December 27th. James, you're filled with knowledge. I appreciate it. And that means I don't have many more volumes to go. So
awesome.
maybe I'm gonna have to place another order. We'll see.
And by the way, if we ever have to go like on like a game show or a trivia show, trivia
We're bringing
competition,
James.
I pick James.
1000% agree. Love that. I also
Is this
had
all book of the month? Like right now, this is. I mean, I'm sorry, Book Outlet.
no, that was my one manga from Book Outlet.
Oh,
I
okay,
can go to my. Do you want me to go to my Book Outlet? I can do that.
No,
I don't
no.
have.
Go
I have a
with
few other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just finish up my Book Outlet here. So I got. I mean, y'all, I just get the stupidest things from Book Outlet. I swear. This one's called Saint Francis Society for Wayward Pets. It's a novel.
That's cute.
But yeah, what does it mean, really? I don't know. I mean, I was just like, yeah, pets. There's a cat and a dog on this. It looks really cheesy. But you know,
I like cheesy.
it also looks on brand for what I want in my life. So
Yeah,
I had to get, you know, it's dirt cheap. It's dirt cheap. This one's called Little Cat's Luck. Look at this little cat.
oh my God, that's cute.
It just, you know, and what's it about? I don't know. A little cat. You do it. It's like $1. I don't know. Sometimes you just have to get things.
I gotta ask, when you search on Book Outlet, do you really just type in cat?
Yeah, that's how I found this. Yeah.
All right.
Also, look at this one.
So that person is like.
Here's some more.
All right, I don't know what to say about that one because it's like right on the edge. You almost got it inside the book.
Yeah, I just love your reactions to these.
The other one that was like perfectly drawn from cover to cover. That person's probably like a little anal retentive.
Yeah, here's just a dot.
I respect that one.
Yeah, that one's all right.
And on the bottom, I really like that.
I agree. So this is a Magical Cats mystery, Sophie Kelly, A Knight's Tale. One, it's funny because it's a tale, but also this cat's blepping, and I love that. I have several of these that I've gotten for like, I'm talking $0.25 at some used book sales. So I just had to throw this in my cart as well.
Nice.
This is Claude. Evil Alien Warlord cat, except this one's Emperor cat, Revenge of the Kitten Queen. So I also have gotten several of these. These are fun because they're clearly like, you know, they're for a younger demographic, but there's also like illustrations in here.
I like that.
That look really fun. So, and I started reading the first one. Yes, have I finished it? No, but it was fun. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. And then these are probably the most ridiculous ones. And
we're ready. We're ready.
I don't even know what to say about them, but I'm stoked. And they're like a trade paperback kind of prose trade paperback kind of size.
Okay.
And there were two of them, so I got them both. One of them is called Lady Rights a Wrong, and the other one is called Lady Takes the Case. Okay. And it's a manor cat mystery.
And Lady is the cat, right?
I don't. No, apparently. So there's Lady Cecilia Bates and intuitive cat Jack race to unmask a murderer when a scandal more poisonous than poor etiquette strikes Danby Hall. A dinner party turned deadly.
Oh, I love this. Victorian cats. I love it.
It's not even my jam typically, but I was like, wait, there's a cat involved. It's literally called a manor cat mystery. These covers are absolutely ridiculous. Like this cat, like I had to. I saw these covers and I was like, I need these. And they're like big and floppy, and I love that.
Are those by Kensington?
Eliza Casey.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Also, two different ones here for you.
What's with the dot and the line on the second one? That one upsets me for some reason. Because that was very intentional. You don't just make a dot and a line like that. Just
I know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Those are all my stupid Book Outlet purchases.
Listen, here's how I see it. You work hard, you know.
Thank you.
And if these things make you happy,
when I say they were dirt cheap, they were
all for it. Exactly.
So, also, of course, one of my boxes came with an entire hole in the side of it. I was very concerned. Thankfully, Reed got it. Like, it came in the morning. We're getting like 2 mail deliveries right now, I guess, because Things are so
Holidays.
crazy. Yeah. So we get one early in the morning, and he caught it like right when it came up before he left,
Oh, good.
which was good because it rained so hard later that day, and
Yeah.
they would have been soaked, and I would have been very sad because we know this has happened to me before with book
Yeah.
outlet.
That's bad.
Yeah. There's a cat manga called Lil Leo that came out. I've read Lil Leo. I've read Lil Leo, and it was fun.
Remco, of course she has, right?
No, I appreciate you telling me though, because if I haven't, I need it. But
I
yes,
know.
Lil Leo's very fun. I liked it.
It's like a quest to try to find cat books you haven't read.
And they exist. So like please, everyone, leave comments. Tell me about your cat comics I need to read. But So I have 3 more. Wait, that's not true. That's not true. I found more book outlet ones under a box. I forgot
I
about
have to
these.
say I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Okay, good. Good. So these have the dumbest covers I think I've ever seen
Okay.
on silly mystery books that I've picked up. No offense to the cover designer, but this is a gin and tonic mystery.
Oh.
One's called Claude, one's called Doghouse. And these covers, y'all. Okay, you ready? Here we go. They're so
All right.
cheesy.
All right, those might be the craziest.
They're so bad. They're just so bad. And I'm like, how did they get the name? Is it just no? Because one of the characters' name is Jen,
Okay.
like Jenny, with a G. I don't know, but there's a dog and a cat involved, and I just had to get it. Here's one with one on top, one line on the top, one line on the bottom.
All right.
Not even.
I think that on the side is my least favorite, like that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Remco says, "Of course you have." Thank you, Remco. Please keep telling me about the cat manga for sure. Gotta go, people. Okay, bye, Dad.
Bye, Larry.
Picked up Defenders from Ewing's Table last month, so I got it signed. That's awesome. Strong first issue. Ties the most recent Iron Man run and Mortal Hulk already. Love that. That's exciting. Okay, so this one I was tempted to put in my pile to read this month.
Okay.
But I don't know that I'll do that. But it's called The Magical Christmas Cat.
All right. I think you have to move it up to the top of the list. I think.
You think?
I mean, this is in the title. I mean,
that's true. Look at this cat too. It's ridiculous. And there's just a dot on the bottom.
See, that's somebody I could be friends with.
Perfect. All right, I'm moving it to the other pile. Okay, I got it. I also picked up. I mean, this was like $1. It's called In Blossom, and it has these. It's like cat and dog sitting on a park bench.
Is that in? Was that Book Outlet?
Yes.
Oh, I'm writing that down. I love that art already.
And that's what made me get it, right? I love the cherry blossom tree on the front, and then I loved the art. I didn't read anything about it, but look at the cat's eating sushi, the dog's reading a book. It's like a children's book, but like I adore the art in this. It's beautiful.
I love that art. That sort of, what's that book that came out? I think we both got it during the pandemic.
Yeah, the one with the dog, right?
Yes. I don't know why it sort of reminds me of that.
I agree. I mean, I think this art's better than that art, but I know what you mean by that. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Sometimes you just need a children's book for $1. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we talked about this before, but I did get these 2 Ashley Hare and Blake, like middle grade series or something, like maybe they're middle grade, something like that.
Nice.
But I don't know. Of course, I'm going to mention Jessica again. I know she loves this one in particular. I think she liked both of them. But after reading Delilah Green, I need to read everything this author's done. So
I love that.
I'm going to read these.
Those are both hardcovers, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Both hardcovers. I think they had softcover options for one of these.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to grab one for cheap, and they were still cheap hardcovers, of course. But we got 1 dot on the top of this one.
Okay.
Guess what? Nothing on this one. Just nothing.
Oh, score.
Nice. Oh, we're such nerds. I love it. All right. So finally, DCBS I got a DCBS order. Now people come back. I'm talking about comics again. I didn't tell you about this. So
No.
I did place a DCBS order.
Okay.
In that order, I got one Christmas present for someone who may watch this, so I'm not going to show that. But
Ooh.
I got stuff for me too, because of course I did. And
Too.
I picked up the Ascender DCBS exclusive. I believe this is on IST now, but at the time it wasn't, and I was worried. So I was like, I'm going to get this from DCBS.
Nice.
So
that covers.
I know, I love this cover. It's bonkers.
Yeah, it's intriguing. My goodness.
Yeah. And I forget what the other one looks like, but I like this one more. But also I have the DCBS variants of the Descender hardcovers. So I was like, well, I just need them all to match now.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So anyway, I got this. This is the end of the series, I believe now. So I'm excited. And I haven't read this yet. So I'll do that next year. Now that's something we say now. I'll do that next year.
I'll do that next year.
And you know how I was like, hey, I maybe need all these She-Hulk books now, right?
Oh, maybe you have them now.
Maybe I got the Savage She-Hulk. This is the DM variant. They were cheaper on DCBS. So,
Really? Okay.
you know, you pay a little bit more in shipping. But I was already getting the Ascender. So I was like, well, I'm just going to get this too. So I got this.
Nice.
And I'm looking forward to that. And of course, I also maybe got the Peter David She-Hulk as well. So why not? So,
nice.
You know, it was a good price. Really good price. Nice. And they're little. They're small. I like them. That's what I got. That's I did it.
Did it up. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. And finally, unless you have something else you would like to talk about.
I have one surprise.
I was at the surprise. Tell me, yes.
It's a little surprise. I, after listening to you say, really, this is like so inexpensive. Why anybody wouldn't buy this who reads manga? Just do it. So I got the
Shonen. Oh, look at you. Yes.
I haven't read anything yet. The one I kind of threw, what do they call it? Do you have favorites in here? I don't know how it works. Yeah, favorites. I threw that one that you and Maddie reviewed, Look Back.
Mm-hmm.
I marked that as favorite because you guys said it was pretty good. And then there's just so much in here, but like
tons.
Yeah. So I think this is going to be like, once I get into it, it's going to be like my best friend on the train when I go to work. It's just so easy to use. And so I even forget now. What is it? $2 a month? I even forget.
$1.99 a month.
Yeah.
That is the cheapest like subscription I think anyone will ever pay out. I mean, it's kind of bonkers because it's worth more than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I love, I mean, the months that go by, I don't even use it. I'm like, it's fine. It's $2. The month I use it, I'm definitely going to use that and more, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the selection obviously is huge. So I just finally caved and did it.
That's awesome. I love that. Love that surprise. And the other thing I wanted to show you, I don't know how many people will be interested, but maybe there's Star Wars stuff in here. Does that count?
That counts.
But I did get my planner box in the mail. Okay.
Oh, this is the one you get every year, right?
This is the one I get every single year. Without fail, because it's so great. And if anybody cares about the planner, I purchase every year. This is Erin Condren, the brand. And specifically, I get photos of my cats, and I put that on the cover and the back. Reed's on there too.
Hi, Reed.
You can make your own covers, or you can pick one that they have. I just like making my own covers every year and like choosing photos. I don't know. It's something cool to look back on, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like a nice laminated cover. Sorry. And the specifically I got the life planner vertical layout. This is the coil bound. There's a lot of different options on the website, but I like the coil because you can like fold it under and use it. And I got the color, I forget which edition this is. There's a lot of different editions, but I love the vertical layout for the day. So, some people will put like the beginning of the day, middle of the day, whatever. You can break it up however you want. I found it really works well for what I like to put in it. And this paper is amazing for fountain pens.
I
So
knew you were going to say it.
yeah, I believe it's 80-pound something paper, but it's great for fountain pens. Takes ink really well. And I love it. So I get one of these every year. I did this during Black Friday. That's typically when I do it. But I also got some other stuff because they had tons of stuff on sale for Black Friday. And they have like a Star Wars line now.
Oh,
Those are the planners I used when I taught. They're the best.
that's
Stephanie.
awesome.
I love that. Yeah, they have like great teacher ones apparently, and just so many different options. But yeah, I just use that in my personal life now. They are the best. They're truly the best. But I thought you may care about some of this crap I got.
I think I will.
Some of this crap I got, which includes here's some Star Wars washi tape.
Nice.
I don't know if you can see that, but it's having a hard time. It's struggling. I should open this, I guess. But they're really cute. They're really cute designs. You gotta love some washi tape. I also got this sticky note ball.
What the heck?
Okay, so it has like C-3PO over there, and I guess I could take this out of the thing. I'll do that.
So you
That's
just
probably for the
pull,
best.
like you just pull it from whatever side, like whatever one you want to use.
Yes. Here we go. So here's like a Vader one. So
That's
yeah, so I plan to like put that on my desk
Yeah.
at work. Use that. Look, also you can just throw it around if you really want.
You're like telling your coworkers, please don't touch my
Yeah, don't
well, please.
touch my Post-it ball. But that's the one thing I'm like, do I want to bring that because my coworkers will mess with it? I don't know.
I understand that. I like to fly under the radar, but you also want to personalize. I mean, you have to be there all day, right? Like, so you want to personalize. There's a fine line. I get it.
It's true. I'm also opening stuff now. It's an unboxing. This is the designer sticker book that goes with this specific. I don't know. I forget what they call this design that I chose, but so there's some options in here, and they're all like colorful. These are fun if you want to like change an appointment or something, right? Maybe people don't care about this part, but it's fun. It's a little sticker book.
I'm sitting here thinking, damn you, now you're going to make me go look on this website.
Yes, I promise. And here's, of course, I got some Star Wars stickers because they're so nice. And I've been staring. They got like an exclusive with like doing Star Wars stuff right now. But I've been staring at it. So I'm like, I have to get some of these. So these are cute, right? They're all Star Wars themed and like shiny. Here's some more, right? And they're all made to like fit in this planner, which is nice.
Nice. So you'd use something like that to like highlight something like, I don't know.
Yeah, like maybe you want to put I'll put like our show on this and stick it on the day. You know what I mean?
Right. Just makes it like pop more, right? Like
yeah.
That's the purpose of that.
Yeah. Something like that. And I did get a Star Wars sticker book. If you want to glance through that. You're like, I'm over it.
No, I'm good.
I just like look at how pretty these designs are, right?
That's nice.
That's super nice. So come on now. They're just so I don't know. I really like them. And here's some like random quotes from the movies. Here's some more. They're just so shiny and nice. Come on now. I mean, I haven't even looked at all these, but these are cool. This is nice because like you could like break up whatever you're writing with a lightsaber if you want. Some Ewoks in here. Love that. I don't know. It's a good sticker book.
There's a lot in there.
Yeah, there's tons. And they were all like crazy discounted. So I was like, yeah, I need some stickers. Here's a whole Grogu page. Love that. So yeah. Oh no, I got one other thing you may want to look at. Which they call a planny pack.
Planny?
And what that means, if I can get it open, is you put this around the cover. Okay. And then this will be on the front. And then you can put stuff in it, like extra pens or, highlighters or just like whatever you have that you want to put in there. There's actually a pocket in this. You can put it in a notebook.
Nice.
And then there's a little pocket in the front. So And of course, there's a little. Come on now, how
That's
cool is that?
that's very nice.
So
Is
yeah,
the inside lined like with like
um, it's not like a rickshaw, you know, but
you knew what
it
I
is.
was asking.
Yeah, it is lined with just like a regular.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's a little Star Wars thing in there.
Cool.
Really good quality stuff.
Yeah,
And when there are sales, it's like extra good.
I'm gonna ask you for that website.
I totally will give that to you. But yeah, that's a planner thing that I do every year. Let me put this planning pack on, see how this works. Here we go. See, that's nice. So I can just stick that on my cover, and then I have it around.
That's cool.
Stays on there, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I got for anybody who stuck around for that.
Oh man, you really. I feel like I didn't show up with a lot of stuff today, but
I showed up with too much stuff, but the thing is, there were just Black Friday sales, you know,
I
and
know.
that's what happens. So sometimes I mean, I save up to get that planner every year. I'm like, okay, I'll put this planner money aside. They're not like crazy, but
Right. I
you know.
mean, I could go under the tree and get my the thing I got. Remember?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if people are. That might be too much for people.
I love how you wrap it though.
I basically, to fill people in, it's not even that exciting of a story, but basically, like my mom said, like pick out what you'd really like for Christmas and just put it on my card. So I had it shipped here. So I got this like wallet. It's a large wallet, but it holds your planner in it, and you could use
specifically the Hobonichi weeks here.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, but it's just this beautiful wallet, and I have like my initials engraved on it. And the goal was, I feel if I have like a nice wallet like that I can keep my planner in, I will definitely tend to use it more, which I want to start doing. I mean, at work, I'm like so buttoned up with my, my work calendar, my work schedule. I just kind of want to apply that to my personal life too, right? Like, so I think buying these fun, new, beautiful things that I'll get more on track. So that's the goal there. So we'll see.
Which, maybe we can make that part of our reading goals show, where we can talk about like what we plan. Like, I don't know if you're going to dedicate any part of your planner to reading next year, but
I have thought of that, and it's like, I think even though it sounds fun to have like a separate reading planner, I just don't know if I'll do it. I think if I put everything in, I mean, I'm not that busy in life where I can't fit it all in one planner. Sure. Right? So like, I think if I keep it all in one spot, it'll keep me more organized. But yeah, I definitely, when we do the reading goals show, I definitely want to like cover like that. It's not just like, oh, I want to read X amount. I want to read this book, that book. I mean, obviously there'll be that included, but more stuff like that, I think, is going to be fun to talk about.
For sure. And yeah, I'm also not busy enough where I have to do that. But at the same time, I don't know. I think next year I have some different goals for like my personal planner.
Yeah.
Like I want to like just write things more in it. Not that I'm trying to journal exactly, but just kind of write some stuff down. Yeah. I have the space for it,
Yeah.
So do something like that, and then I want a dedicated reading one that I actually keep track of and keep up with, because that's my problem every year is keeping up with it. Yeah.
Well, what I found, like just recently since we started doing these shows, like I just have this like notebook that, I mean, a lot of the stuff I'm writing down, like I could just find in Goodreads if I pull it up on my phone. But like I find that writing it down is just, I don't know, it keeps me a little more focused. It's relaxing because we use all of our fountain pens and stuff, and
yeah,
just helps me keep more focused, and it's relaxing. Typically I'll put like some music on, and just write. So I mean, it's similar, I guess, to journaling in that sense that, I don't know. I know everybody has different feelings. I do think it's like a thing that you like have to practice though, right? It's like anything else.
Yeah. And I think I struggle with every year, just like trying to decide what I want to dedicate to what, and like what I want to do where.
Yeah.
And making those choices. Like I was pretty darn good at the very beginning of last year with my little Hobonichi. This is like a different size of one. Yeah. But I was I was reviewing every book that I read in it.
Oh, cool.
And I didn't do it for that long though. And it was such a great idea. And I was like, okay, yay. but then I didn't keep up with it. So I'm like, I want something like that.
Yeah.
To dedicate to that, because I would love to look back on that.
Right.
Like I do these videos, but I'm not going to watch myself all the
No?
time. I'm not going to do that. Like, but I'm with you. I've been like writing down like show things in like this notebook in front of me. This has like cats and stuff. I got this from that Japanese like stationery store we went to in Chicago.
Nice.
But is anyone shocked there's cats on it?
Let me guess. There's
Yeah,
dogs
nice.
on it. No.
Steffi says, I once wrote one sentence each night before bed. Could be anything, something funny that happened, something important, a quote, very random, but it was so amazing to go back and look at. I love that idea, actually.
Oh, I like that a lot too.
Maybe we all need to do that.
Yeah, I think whatever. Listen, I'm all for like anything that helps you, like just keep your stuff together. I almost cursed on your show.
You can do that.
Like whatever works.
Yeah, but how do you find stuff if you can't use Control F? I mean, what a
Great
good point. All right. Well, I think we have some reading to do.
And we have some cleaning up to do, I guess, now.
Oh gosh,
stuff all over the table.
That's my hardest part about finishing up a show is I usually am like, I'm done, or I want to go get like more water or something. I just leave this room and it sits there. And when I come back in, I'm like, what happened around you? Like, and right now I've got like plastic. I've got stuff everywhere, Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some cleaning too.
Me too. Well, considering I'm at the dining room table today, I can't leave all this stuff out.
What if you just did? Kim comes back. She's like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, well, I see your guitars over there." So
hey, tell her. That's funny. All right. Well, we're definitely going to plan a reading goals video sometime soon. So be on the lookout for that, everybody. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks, Stephanie, for being here. Appreciate you hanging in there. And we'll talk to you next time. And thank you, Mary, for being here, of course.
Thanks for having me.
Follow Mary on Instagram.
Please do.
Do it.
Do it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.